Namaste, Southside family. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. I hope you are well and rested, and so are your families too. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you are new, welcome. And to my A1s who are my day ones, thank you so much for all that you do for our space, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, getting the notifications out there, tapping into the messages. I am truly grateful. Let's get ready to tap in, y'all. At this time, Divine, I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil, any witchcraft being thrown or projected at myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it, as we too shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it, clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Ashe and thank you. All right, y'all, let's see what the energy has for today. So we have out here, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, family? And I know that feels good. All right. There is light at the end of this tunnel. All right. Something about keep going, keep striving, keep going. And I know that sounds, we always keep going, right? But there's something that you may be working on. Okay. You could be trying to resolve something, or, yeah, you could be trying to resolve an issue or something here. Mm. Something about relaxing your mind, maybe a good night's rest, okay, for somebody. All right. Only take what resonates, leave what does not. Maybe a good night rest. You might have, been under a lot of pressure, okay, lately, for whoever this message is resonating with. But there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel, okay? There is light at the end of the tunnel, so keep going, all right? Hmm. Tell me more about this. I feel like, you've been working on something, family, right? And maybe the answer hasn't come to you just yet. Something about you relaxing your mind and getting some rest, okay? Yeah. Ooh, I love it. Ancient Egyptian goddess Isis here, okay? Isis may be telling you to get some rest. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but something about you relaxing or something like that, okay? You could be working on something, somebody else. Yes, this could have had something to do with turning your healing journey upside down. Mercury retrograde has been whipping some butt, okay? Seriously. Hmm. Maybe this has put a, damper on someone's healing journey. Yeah. Someone could be feeling lost here, all right? But something can work out through teamwork. Hmm. So you may now only take what resonates. There could be somebody actually around you, family, okay, that could be feeling lost, but there's some sort of teamwork that brings them back into alignment. Okay. Tell me more about this. Yeah. You hold the key to your destiny. Okay. This energy holds the key to their destiny. Maybe you're going to be the one that awakens them to this. You're going to be the one to awaken them to this. Okay. Somebody could be around you feeling lost. Oh, wow. You got a lost girl and a lost boy here. Wow. Listen, there's somebody around you that could be feeling lost, family. They just need your guidance right now. Okay. They could be feminine or masculine energy, boy or girl energy. Okay. Depending on who's in your life and their age group, you know if they're a boy or a girl, a woman or a man. Okay. But it's like you hold the key to their destiny. You could be a made woman who's protected by I almost said Mark. So there's somebody here named Mark, but you could be a made woman who's protected by Archangel Michael, or Archangel Michael is protecting a made woman. However you want to look at that, family. Okay. You may be this energy that comes in to help them from what this feels like to me. Yes, with divine love, okay? So there is light at the end of the tunnel with divine love here, giving and taking. So this could be a situation right now where somebody needs you, and maybe they haven't quite reached out and said it, but you might be able to feel that energy. And everything happens in divine timing, okay? So we have patience, strategy, generate, and clear path and plan. So something here that you're working on where there's light at the end of the tunnel, it will provide you with a clear path here. Okay, right now you could be feeling a little heartbroken, all right? But excuse me. You have ancient Egyptian goddess Isis out here, okay? Isis too was heartbroken over Osiris, right? So if you're in this energy, I feel like Isis is here to let you know she can resonate with that energy, okay? But I also feel like something you need to just relax, give yourself some time, okay? I feel a lot of energies, okay? And right now, most of the energies have been kind of like anxious, okay? A lot of anxious energy. Um, I'm feeling self-sabotage energy. I'm feeling and self-sabotage energy is you're trying to do something for yourself and then you mess it up. Or something like that. I don't know, family, or something like that. Okay, let me see. Mm, yeah. Whatever you're doing, though, you are planting seeds, okay? And I feel like you're going to keep planting those seeds. You're just trying to get something done to where, hmm, you could be trying to get something done to where not just your seeds grow, but it's almost like they make a difference or something like that. Like you're trying to make a difference. It could be something that you're working on or someone you're working with or just working on yourself. But with this planting the seeds here, I feel like you've been doing that, but you could have, experienced some sort of heartbreak. And maybe not some, well, it does say heartbreak, but like, a disappointment. You may have disappointed yourself or someone has disappointed you. Mm. It could be a made man. Tell me why this made man came out, please, and thank you, Spirit. Mm. You got the made man, high priestess, and awakening. Wow. Whew. There could be a made man awakening to him possibly liking a high priestess here. A businessman, some sort of leadership. He could be awakening to him liking a high priestess. Something has activated him or you, high priestess. Okay? Hmm. The made man is awakening to liking the high priestess. Interesting. Take that how that resonates, family. And hold on, let me adjust some of this light. Because it looks pretty bright. I'm like, geez. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Softer, a little softer now. Yes. It was booming and beaming. Sorry about that, family. But I just want to make sure you guys can see. Okay? Yes, there's a made man awakening to him liking the high priestess or something like that. You could have activated this made man, and I mean just through interaction. It doesn't mean that you had to be anything but quick conversation walking by. Ooh, excuse me. And this makes me feel like, someone who's always used to getting talked to because they have something to give. Maybe you didn't do that. Maybe you were just in passing and made this energy feel like, wow, that was a different energy, right? You weren't seeking anything from this made man. That may be what has awakened him to liking you. Mm, oops. Hmm. That could have awakened him to liking the high priestess. Hmm. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. They could have been dealing with their dark side, okay? There could also be, I heard that spirit. There could also be a young lady or young man that is facing some sort of past or present trauma. Mm. Maybe there's someone around you going through a dark night of the soul, and they could be younger. Why is this out here? Why is that dark night of the soul out here? Please and thank you, spirit. Mm, it could be tied to finances, okay? So I feel like this could be the energy of a lot of young adults right now. Okay, this feels like an energy of a lot of young adults right now. They're going through dark nights of the soul behind their generational wealth or their finances. Hmm. Mm, okay. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. Somebody could have, started cutting through the bullshit or the BS, okay? Quick disclosure, I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names from God too. But somebody could have been cutting through the BS lately. It could have been, why do I feel like there was a child that is used to coming to their mother and father getting whatever they want and they have been cut off from doing that? Really? Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, somebody tapped into their Akashic records pertaining to this situation. Maybe somebody feels like that was a betrayal. You could have a youngster around you feeling like, if you, especially if you were providing for them, they could be feeling upset right now, feeling betrayed because you cut them out of, you're not giving them any more money or something like that. They're feeling lost, okay? Their heart could be broken. They could be feeling like their healing journey has been turned upside down. Yeah. They could be regretting something. You could have cut somebody off because you found out they weren't using money the way they were supposed to be using money or using the money or something like that. Okay. Then we have out here the lovers. Okay. Huh. Why is the lovers here? Please and thank you. Why is the lovers here? Wow. Some sort of ancestral protection here. So there could be some ancestors protecting some sort of love, a union in love. Hmm. I don't know what she has on. Oh, she's dressed. Okay. I was like, what does she have on? Yes. Passion and lust here. There could be somebody that is actually wanting to be with you, but they could be in lustful energy. The ancestors are coming through though, talking about, nah, not today. Something about somebody is getting ready to actually stop chasing lust or something like that. Yeah, they're not in lustful energy anymore. Really. Because they've awakened. You're throwing a weights. It feels to me like there's an energy over here where they know that you're more than a twin flame. They see you as possibly family. They know you're more than a twin flame. Yeah. They see your strength. This person sees your strength. They know you're more than a twin flame. I keep hearing that. They know you're more than a twin flame. Tell me more about that. Ooh, broken mirrors here, okay? I feel like somebody realized you're more than a twin flame. It could have came through. I heard something today, and it was like, people will talk about you, family, but when they talk about you, you're rarely even around. You're rarely even seen. So why even worry about it type energy, right? But with these broken mirrors, it's like, since you're not there to blame, since you're not the problem in these relationships, someone's starting to see. Okay, someone is starting to see the issue, see the problem. It may have been others around you, okay? Could have been you at some point in time until you decided to get yourself out of those situations and heal yourself. Okay. But somebody is definitely seeing, I feel like you're not the problem. They're starting to see, and wow, I heard they're starting to see the kids are the problem, or their kids, or somebody's kids are the problem. Really? I'm picking up young adults though, like between, early young adults. Okay. But it seems like somebody is being taken off of the nipple. Okay, there's no more feeding through this nipple here, okay, or something like that. Tell me why there's broken beard here. Yeah, look, somebody is no longer pacifying someone with income. Okay, somebody's income has been cut off or something like that, and it feels to me like they are lost. They could be a lost girl or a lost boy. I feel like there could be parents here. I don't know who this message is for, but somebody has some parents, has some children that they may have, said, hey, look, it's time for you to step up to the plate. I know mama got it, or I know daddy got it, but it's time for you to step up to the plate. This hurt their feelings, okay? They could be feeling betrayed because someone's starting to see through their BS, especially if every time you turn around they were coming at you or coming towards you or something like that. Somebody out here, also this made man, I don't know if this made man is starting to see that with pertaining to their children. Hmm? Message, okay? There could be a made man that has cut their children off because they're always, I don't know, looks like daddy's wallet's all dried up or something, at least for that, for the kids. Interesting. Because you have the made man and the made woman over here. So I don't know if someone's like pulling back so that they could, start putting more up for themselves or to move towards someone, a high priestess possibly, but it looks like the kid, boy, girl, yeah, it looks like somebody is starting to put their responsibilities into perspective. I feel like somebody is getting ready or has already let their child, whether it's a boy or a girl, know that, their finances, they're going to have to start working for something here because they found out they was living a double life. And this could be in any aspect, family, okay? This could be, um, you know how kids do, right? Or whoever this energy is however this energy is resonating with you, kids or not kids, it could be a feminine or a masculine energy. But someone found out here they could be living a double life. Somebody could have found out that this person is always giving, 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 right? And then they find out that the money hasn't been being used the way it was supposed to be used or something like that. They found that out through snooping. Oh. And at the bottom of the deck, yeah, somebody's, their heart needs to be repaired here, okay? Healing, love wins, and building trust. Somebody here needs to build some trust, build their trust back up. Yeah, somebody got some cosmic nudges that, hey, their money wasn't being used right or something like that. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, it was being used for whoever, whatever they desired versus what it was supposed to be used for. Somebody woke up to that and now they're ready to step into a soul contract. I feel like there could have been somebody that I'm picking up on a single father right now. There's a single father that was pretty wealthy and he's been taking care of his kids. He might want to come in and take care of a high priestess now, soul contract. A made man wants to take care of a high priestess or at least start some sort of soul contract with one. He feels you're their he feels you're his soulmate. You may feel that he is your soulmate, especially after especially after you meet one another. It's like you're in agreement with one another, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, all the above. Okay. And they were just, look, they're trying to avoid all red flags. Okay, family? They're trying to avoid all red flags. This is giving me like they may have been doing some research too, or just, looking into you, masculine or feminine energy, look at how it resonates. They may have been doing some research looking into you. Tell me more, spirit. Mm, intimacy. And then what came out in the reverse? Growing together. So maybe they were in this energy, it could have been a player, okay? And I feel like you changed a player's mind, honestly. Masculine or feminine could be a player, but it feels to me like you have changed a player's mind, okay? Yeah, from them being in a toxic environment. They could have been dealing with, children. They could have been dealing with, a spouse or, a baby's mom or baby's dad type energy. Don't know. Flip the roles. But all they did know is you have awakened them to them being in a toxic environment. And now they can't get you off their mind. And look, and somebody doesn't think it's over. I feel like, they're like, well, wait a minute. Like, they feel like they're being left out, family, okay? Somebody here is feeling like they're being left out. Left out of a situation, just being left out, period. Tell me more. Yeah. You may have been getting calls, okay? They may have been getting calls. That's who's calling them, their kids. Look, calling them from blocked numbers, okay? Trying to, don't know if they want to say something or not. Want to beg about this here money that mom or dad was giving them type energy. But I feel like somebody feels like they have been enabling someone for too long and they're not willing to do it anymore. Yeah, oh, look, damn. Somebody found out something deep. Mm. For them to be given the cold shoulder like this, they found out something deep. Somebody found out their money was being used for the wrong thing. Damn. Now they're giving the cold shoulder, not accepting any unknown calls. What? Yeah, what is this? And there's no reconciliation here? Oh, my. Listen, take it how it resonates. It could be kids or not. Somebody could have been really fitting the bill for somebody and they found out they were getting played. And there was no reconciliation for this. Mm, really? Let's see. Tell me more, Spirit. Look, whoa, Inferno. Listen. Somebody was fitting a bill, and whatever they found out, that shit went up in flames. There is no reconciling for this. They will not be turning around going back. It could be dealing with a masculine or a feminine energy, a child, masculine or feminine. Mm, mm. But somebody found out they were fitting the bill for somebody. And this person feels like, I feel like with this spiritual attack coming out, I feel like, they feel like they were spiritually attacked. This could have been a financial attack. attack on their finances. This made man here could have been feeling like this person was pulling the wool over their eyes, gaslighting them, making them feel like they were special. But then they could have found out that hell, they had a lot of specials. Some of those specials could have been envious of this made man as well. They could have been telling them how to get this made man's money. Mm-mm, shut up. Yes. Look, look. I cannot make it up. Somebody was playing a made man. Oh, my Lord. Listen, family, mind games, gaslighting. Didn't I just say that? Somebody was gaslighting the made man. Okay. And he may not have awakened to that until possibly you awakened him to that. Maybe you had a conversation with someone. They were being told how to sync and vibe and mirror in order to get this made man's money or in order to get money from them to do whatever. They could have found this out. Once they found that out, that was a wrap. I cannot make it up. That was a wrap. It was like you were in the right place at the right time. Or he was, take it how it resonates, right place at the right time. And that's where they've established a real reunion was through you, possibly you awakening them some sort of way. You could have told somebody or you could have just said something and it made them realize that they were being uh, manipulated here through mind games. Tell me more, spirit. Oh, and that, what is this? Look, 1111 energy. Yeah, you activated the main man. The main man and the made man. So this is the main masculine energy here. Mm. Mm. Really? Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. They've been doing some soul searching ever since you awakened the main male. And he's a made man at that. Self-sufficient leadership, has his own business, financially stable. He could have been a player. He could have been falling for someone and realized that he was getting played by them. You could have gave them this message. Let me see what else. Tell me more, spirit. Yes, look, high value here. The Empress self-worth will not settle, beautiful, sexy, and abundant, confident. And that's what may have made him look at who he was dealing with. Masculine energy, feminine energy as well. You may have realized who you were dealing with. You could have been dealing with someone that was younger than you. And I know you're like, I ain't no sugar mama, but this energy here, you wouldn't have thought that, but they were definitely trying it though, I think. Yeah, they listen, I cannot make it up. They was trying to make it rain. Wee. Mm-mm. Only take what resonates, but they were trying to make it rain on contact. Wow. On contact every chance they got. Okay? They could have even been using their spiritual journey as a way to get some money. Ooh, wee. What does that mean? Somebody was using their spiritual journey as a way to get some money from this made man. Maybe this made man was getting readings done. Damn. That had them start going inward to look within at the bottom of the deck. And this caused a lot of controversy, family. Yes, they had to clear their mind, heart, body, and soul to get some insight, some clarity, some truth on the matter. Now they realize why that person was unemployed. This person could have been saying they were unemployed because of this, that, and the third. They were really believing this, and they could have been being coached by someone about how to come towards a main male or a made female. Yeah. Very stubborn energy out here. Bossy, selfish, guarded, okay, inflexible, and lack empathy. And what was that? Yeah, there's no conflict resolution and there is no unfinished business. Like this main male, woo, they feel like they got played. This player kind of an energy feels like they got played. Damn, you awakened a made man or a made woman to them being manipulated, and they didn't even know. Mm, wow. Now they're contemplating. Ooh wee. They're in contemplation now, thinking about everything. You may have crossed their path and they just didn't even, at that moment, it was no biggie. They were a made man. Maybe you weren't a made woman at that time. Because up here, that's where the made woman came out. So maybe you crossed the made man's path and you weren't a made woman at that time. Now you're a made woman, and maybe you have, and only take what resonates. And I feel like I'm speaking to readers now, but or seers, okay, however you fall within the galactic realm and as being a galactic being. But I feel like you have awakened a made man to him getting played. They found out, ooh, about a love affair. Damn. Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. This player found out they were getting played. And this is a push and pull type energy. And this was back and forth, back and forth. And they may be with this energy right now, but they're starting to realize just how much they've been getting played. And that opposites attract energy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let's see who this is, family. We gotta get some clarification on this. What is going? Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, as soon as I shuffled, yeah, they were feeling like they were getting played. They were feeling like after whatever it was you said or awakened them to, they felt like they were getting stolen from. Okay, betrayed. Ooh, we through lies. This person was being lied to. It could have been their kids lying to them. It could have been somebody they were seeing lying to them. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, that stopped all conflict right there. That stubborn, bossy, selfish energy. Soon as this person found out they were being lied to, that stopped all gains, I hear, from for this person or something like that because they were getting played by whoever it was they were dealing with. Look, Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they were like, this is not a relationship. This will be no more. Mm-hmm. Damn. Okay, hold on. Let's see what I'm looking at. Hold up. I had everything nice and neat. Look, I cannot make it up. This energy right here. Wow. Why do I feel like somebody really was like liking somebody, okay? They were liking them so much that they were getting ready to do some unthinkable things. Maybe put them in a will, maybe give them some real estate, maybe give them a whole bunch of money or something, and they found out that they were being played. It was like this was revealed to them right before they got ready to do this or something like that. And whoever was playing them, they got caught up because mm, they were being coached. Damn. So you saved this made man who is the main male from getting played. They had awakened to it. Hold on, y'all. I'm just making sure everything's right. They had awakened to it. They could have been working with this person. Really. Yeah, and this person kept saying they wanted to get away, get away, get away from stress, pressure. They could have been lying, telling this energy out here that, they were in a bad relationship and they were believing it. Man. Mm. Tell me more, spirit. Mm, mm, mm. So we have the Eight of Cups and the I cannot make it up. Oh, damn. Oh, this person is like feeling like really like hell to the no. They are walking away. They feel so played and they got their heart broke too because they were really getting ready to settle down with this person. I think they were getting ready to give this person their all and found out that they were being played, coached. They were planning it. I cannot make it up at the bottom of the deck. An emperor energy out here. So you have saved an emperor from making the biggest mistake of their life. Damn. Yeah, this is somebody that works really hard too. With the Eight of Pentacles, it's like they're a perfectionist. They have perfected their craft, their trade, their business, their skills, whatever it is, and you saved them from making the biggest mistake in their life. Look at the bottom of the deck, High Priestess. You could very well be a reader. Ooh, you saved them from the biggest betrayal ever. Damn. And now you're a made woman out here, family. Look, they was getting ready to get with a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Damn. Mm-mm. I'll be damned. Yeah, that was a bit much. That was a bit much. It sure was. I feel like, they got played and they don't know what to do. They got played and they do not know what to do. Or, not that they don't know what to do, but they can't believe it. Let me say that. They got played and they can't believe it. They can't believe how long this happened or was happening. But you saved them. Okay, family? So that's the message. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's go on and close out. At this time, Divine, I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.